Hi, my name is Chelisea, pronouns she, her, hers, and I am with the Office of Research and Sponsored Programs. Specifically, I support student research activities at UW-Stout. This video is part of ORSP's FAC 5 series that answers students' questions about conducting and disseminating research as part of their education at UW-Stout. Today, we're going to answer the question, what's it like to publish in the Journal of Student Research, otherwise known as the JSR? Joining me is former Blue Devil Madeline McConville, who was an applied social science major in the College of Arts, Communication, Humanities, and Social Sciences. Maddie was recognized as an outstanding student researcher in 2020, was awarded a student research dissemination grant funded by the Stout Foundation to present her research findings at national conferences, and published in the JSR not once but twice. So welcome, Maddie.
Hi, everyone. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm happy to be here.
Thanks. All right, well, before I start asking you some questions about your experience with the JSR, I think we better start with the basics. So the JSR is an annual peer-reviewed print and e-publication of research by undergraduate and graduate students at Stout, either while they are enrolled or up to 1 year after graduation. Student authors come from programs across UW-Stout, and besides scholarly articles, there are also juried selections of artwork from the School of Art and Design. Now, not all universities have a print journal of student research, so this is a special opportunity for Stout students to be published possibly even before they graduate. Another unique aspect of the JSR is that all the layout, production, printing, and binding are done by Stout graphic communications students. So all the information that I just shared is found on the ORSP SharePoint site, and you can get to the JSR page directly by using the short link you see on the screen, https://bit.ly/Journal of Student Research. Now that page describes the submission process step by step, including key deadlines, and has links to past editions of the JSR so that you can check out examples of other students' work, including Maddie's. Okay, let's get to some questions for you, Maddie. First, why did you decide to submit to the JSR?
So I think I had just heard a lot about it in the applied social science program. I think in the program that I was in, there's just a big culture of research, presenting your research, and then publishing your research. So I think for me, it was kind of normalized in the program that students do this. And I was like, well, I mean, if other students can do it, then I can definitely do it. And I also knew that it would benefit me if I wanted to go to grad school one day, or I think just applying to jobs. So for me, it was kind of a no-brainer. I'd also kind of talked to previous students who had presented or who had published in the Journal of Student Research, and just decided that it would benefit me more than hurt me.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm so glad that you heard about it through your program. And if by chance students don't hear about it through their program, of course, we have regular announcements in Campus Life Today, through our Instagram page, and through our SharePoint site as well. For you, what was the most maybe challenging part of the process, and what part of the process did you find that you really enjoyed?
Yeah, so I think the most challenging part of the process was the process, as weird as that may sound. So I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. I mean, the program talked about it, the students talked about it, and I mean, even on the website, it shows you the process that you go through. But I don't think you truly understand something until you go through it. And for me, that was totally the case. I really didn't understand kind of like the time and the effort that it took, and even just like kind of picking my own research apart, that the first time I submitted it to my professor in the class, I thought it was great. I thought that was potentially the best that paper would ever be. So honestly, I think the time commitment, just putting in the time to kind of understand what the professors were reviewing, what they were kind of critiquing me on, but then also just like, I mean, taking the time to like nitpick every little thing in my own paper that I mean I thought was kind of good, to make it the best that it could be.
Oh, that's great. And moving on then to the benefits, how would you say that you benefited specifically having published in the JSR?
I think there's so many benefits that I still experience now. I had an interview for a graduate teaching assistant position, and I mean the professor had mentioned how just like impressive my resume was because of publishing. before graduate school, which is kind of unheard of. Like you had mentioned, a lot of students don't get this opportunity I mean, sometimes you don't get this opportunity in grad school, nonetheless, undergrad. So I think that was definitely the most beneficial part, is having it on my resume, people knowing that I have those skills, to not only go through a 3 to 5 month long process, commit to that process, better my research, better my writing, but just kind of in general, besides that, I would just say the skills that I learned, not only kind of learning, I was a writing tutor, but this is a whole different form of kind of like critiquing your writing. So learning that kind of stuff. And then again, just learning how to better my own research. And I was able to take those skills and then move them when I was in my capstone class. So I was able to kind of better my writing that way too.
Yeah. Better writing, well, we always can improve, and it's always beneficial no matter what field we're in. Well, I guess finally, do you have any tips or final insights or comments for current Stout students who are considering submitting to the JSR?
I would definitely say do it. Like I had said, it's only going to benefit you. It's not going to hurt you in any way. You're going to better yourself, your writing. It's going to be something that you're going to be able to put on your resume. If you're in, like if you plan to go to grad school, that's awesome. But if you don't plan to go to grad school, and let's say you're in like one of the STEM programs, that's completely an invaluable experience, because you can show employers, possible grad schools, that you have those soft skills. So I would tell students to do it. I would definitely say make sure that you have like you're able to commit to the time commitment, and you're able to commit to kind of going through the process. But I would recommend everybody to do it. So yeah.
Great. Well, I think that's our time. So thanks so much, Maddie, and congratulations on your continued master studies. And thank you all for watching. Please reach out to ORSP at rs@uwstout.edu or through any of the channels you see on the slide.